I'm Dodie, and you're watching Records in My Life. I'm so
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Of course.
How are you today?
I'm good. I've had some kind of a cold. I've had bronchitis for like a month and a half. Yes. So I'm still coughing, and you can still kind of hear the like nasally kind of thing. Sometimes it makes my voice like perfectly husky. Sometimes it makes my voice not great.
Lemon with
lemon, honey.
and hot water.
I've taken everything under the I've been taking oil of oregano, which is a horrible, nasty
Doesn't
stuff.
taste very good.
No, not at all. I've been having that. I've been having apple cider vinegar, which I actually quite love, and I've been like drinking way too much of it. You're only supposed to have a teaspoon, but I've been like, yum.
Really? It's not that isn't that like?
It's like vinegar. It's literally vinegar. But
And
I
you
love
to drink
anything
it, like shoot back. Like
it's so good. I love like the
cider?
tang. Yeah, my mouth is watering now. Like literally, I'm just like thinking about it. Like, it's so good.
Interesting.
I eat like salt though. Like I'm one of those people who really likes like salty, like tangy stuff. So,
Are you a big salty? You're a big salty person?
Yes.
It's just interesting because I saw recently this clip of a guy. He's a professional hockey player. I don't want to get too off track, but he eats mustard packets, like those little hot dog mustard packets. So between shifts or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like something I can relate to. I'll eat pickles. I'll eat salt. I'll just love it. Yum.
Okay, so let's do salt. Let's do this episode on salt. And we can tie it into that movie, right?
Okay.
So where are you living these days?
I live in London. Yeah.
And how is that? Are you originally from there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like London, like around London. But yeah, I now live in London, or like just outside of London with my friends, and I love it. It really is home for me. It's interesting because I hate cold weather, and London can be so miserable sometimes, but it's so funny how I can go on tour around the US and it can be boiling hot and it can be so fun, to just wear whatever I want and be so warm and comfortable. But as soon as I got to we were in Seattle yesterday and it was slightly chilly, like definitely autumnal vibes. And immediately I feel like nostalgic for my home. And I realized that like I really do miss it. Like that is my happy place. Yeah.
So let's talk, since this show's about albums, and you recently released an EP. Let's talk a little bit about that. Tell us a bit.
Sure. What should I talk? What should I say?
Who did you collaborate with anybody? Where did you record it?
So Human EP is made up of a bunch of songs. Some that I wrote a very long time ago, like at the age of like 17. Some that I wrote in a day quite recently. There are a few collaborations on it. I worked with a guy called Lewis Watson, whose music I've loved for a while. I worked with a guy called Tom Walker, who's a pop star. It was kind of my experimenting EP in terms of like using different producers, because I still wasn't very used to working with other people in terms of making music, because I've always written by myself. I always will write by myself, and the only producing I'd done was in my bedroom on like various programs that were free.
Sure.
It was an interesting project to work with different people and see what it was like to record with different people. Yeah.
And what's your favorite song on the EP?
I usually say, I think I have two. I'm going to talk about both. There's one called If I'm Being Honest, which I really loved because I wanted it to be a very simple kind of old style, like almost retro pop song, like Elton John, Beatlesy vibes. I wrote it on a whirly sort of sound. Well, it's a sound. And yeah, there's a string part to it, and I really love the structure of it. It's just so simple but so perfect, I think. Wow, I really love my song. And then there's a song I have on there called Burned Out, which I think I'm most proud of the lyrics for, because it's the most vulnerable song I have out there, that people understand but don't talk about, because I can't talk about it. It's just the most understanding song that I have out there in terms of lyrics, and I'm really grateful for that.
So this show, as you know, is about the artist, which is you, and the records that inspired and that you love today and yesterday. So you mentioned your two favorite songs. What album or song inspired you to start? I know you play a number of stringed instruments, if I'm correct. Am I right on that one?
Yeah, not very well, but yeah. I don't know. I'm self-taught at a bunch of things, so I get by. But yeah.
So which if there's a record out there, which one inspired you to start writing, singing, playing?
Oh, my dad brought me up on a lot of his favorite music, so I loved Electric Light Orchestra, like Out of the Blue, and Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. Is that right? Yeah. So yeah, those kinds of like poppy songs, but with more organic production, I think, and also obviously the Beatles. Yeah.
Let's jump to the modern day. Which album these days has really been inspiring you, or you've fallen in love with?
There's a guy called Ethan Gruska who I actually got to work with quite recently. He's got an album called Slow Motionary. Which is mostly just kind of piano songs he writes and records on this very dusty piano, and God, it's just so beautiful. He makes so many weird choices. Like in one of the songs, like the chord sequences are just very strange, and I love that. Whenever you hear something, you're like, what? Oh, it's so nice. And yeah, he kind of uses this like reverse reverb thing that just creates all these little builds. And yeah, I just love it so much. Every song, it's just one of those albums that you can just listen to from top to bottom and just truly love every moment of it. And those are so rare, and I love them.
And he's collaborated. His name has come up. Like I'm forgetting now, but Ethan Gruska's. Is it you pronounce it to respect to him? It's Gruska or Gerska? You pronounce it.
Gruska. I think. Ethan Gruska. I don't know, but I think so. Yeah, he produced the Phoebe Bridgers album, I think.
Right.
Yeah, and he's got new music coming out soon, which he played me, and it's very different, but I still love it so much. Yeah.
And what? Were there other albums by him which you know? I'm trying to remember because there was another one which was.
I think he just has that one called Slow Motionary at the moment.
Okay. And production-wise, was there another? Because I was reading something before, another record he produced, which I was kind of surprised. I couldn't remember.
That he produced. Oh, I don't know. I'm not very good at that. I don't know if he's done anything else, but.
Okay, cool. So you've been hired to be a DJ. And
what? Sorry.
You've been hired to be a DJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have I? Great.
It's a nice nice payday. Good.
Thank you. Sweet.
So you're taking your respective either turntables or your computers. What album is definitely going on the list or going in the DJ bag with you?
It depends. What kind of gig am I playing?
Because you want to get people on the dance floor.
On the dance floor.
Yes.
Emily King. I can't remember what her new one's called, but it's her against the pink background. There's just so many bangers on there. What else? Oh, Wolfpack. It's a beautiful game. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Wolfpack. Do you know Wolfpack?
I've heard the name.
Yeah. They're like a funk band. So cool. Or Tom Misch. Yeah, Wolfpack. Yes, they're so cool.
There you go.
Yeah, or Tom Misch. I'm just thinking of really funky ones now. Those are all the ones in my jamming. I don't know. I'm not very good at this. I play things that I like,
Right, sure. Another fun question. My nephew is quite young. He just started dating, and I'm trying to think of what's a good record for him to play to take his date out on, like a nice, tasteful, romantic, not cheesy, but.
Ooh. Maybe a Leanne LaHavis album. Do you know Leanne LaHavis?
Yes. I know.
Yeah. Super chill, super cool, a little bit sexy. How old is he?
He's about 20.
Okay, great. Yeah.
But he's a student. Okay. No. He's
I was like a little bit sexy. How old is he?
No, I know. It's like puppy love, right? It's he's 20.
Nice. Leanne LaHavis.
I know, we got to watch it in this day and age. So it's a G-rated show too. So we got to kind of like.
All right. Okay. Cool.
So, weed, water, or wine to listen to your favorite music or to write with?
Oh my God, great question. Definitely not weed. Weed makes me mental. I can't function on it. Definitely wine, 100% wine. I think I know if I fall in love with a song, if I listen to it after having gone out to drink and then I go travel home on the tube and listen to a song. I have like a particular playlist for it because I think that's when I feel most emotional and like things most deeply, and like in the nighttime and you're alone and you're drunk. Oh God, there's honestly nothing better than for feelings to arise. Like maybe that's unhealthy, but I think it might be healthy yeah, wine.
Moderation.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
wrong. The
Yeah.
French. Well, everybody in Europe drinks, except for the Eastern European countries, right? Everybody drinks wine, I think, on a
Yes.
daily basis.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
in your neck of the woods, it's probably more like beer or cider.
Yeah, I think so. Everyone just kind of drinks all the time. We're much
Drinks all
more
the-
casual about it. Yeah. Actually, wine is... I miss wine. I'm going to have some wine tonight. Why not? Why not? Won't help my bronchitis, but oh well.
I think everybody misses something. I miss wine too.
Yeah.
Wine's very missable. What album would you consider a masterpiece?
A masterpiece. I've kind of named all my favorite ones. I need to go down my Spotify and have a look. Masterpiece.
Like an album you couldn't live without.
Oh, I actually really like. There's this album by Ben Folds. I can't remember what it's called. Wow, I'm really bad with names of albums. It's his most recent one. Oh, what's it called?
Is that like this? Is that the one like he wrote? Like, is it a really long one where he wrote?
There's like two
Symphony to
orchestral
it or-
pieces at the end.
orchestral,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. What is it called? It's like a really simple name. So There. It's called So There. And I think it's a masterpiece. I would say that. Yeah, I really love how he mixes an orchestra with his songs. I would love to do that. Yeah, he's just so musically talented.
Fantastic. Two more super quick. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Of course.
We're almost wrapped there.
I
We
love
appreciate
music.
it.
I love talking about music.
That's so cool. If you could have a cup of coffee with any artist, alive or dead,
I mean, everyone's probably said Freddie Mercury, right?
no?
Really?
No.
Freddie Mercury. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah. I think I would love to go around his house and meet all his cats. And talk about music and love and fame and sadness. And sing together. Or just listen to him sing.
What did you think of the film? The Rami Malek. Did you enjoy the film?
I thought it was a fun film.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Diplomatic. That's good.
Yeah. It was more like a pantomime than a film, but I enjoyed it. Yeah. His performance is insane. Rami Malek's awesome, especially as Freddie. So good. So good, yeah.
And what, in your opinion, what's the album of your generation? What would you consider?
Of our generation?
Yes.
Oh, I don't really know. I think music's so much more widespread now. Like, there's just so much to listen to. I don't think I can speak on behalf of everyone because everyone likes different things. I don't really know. I don't know. I can't comment.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I just know my
That's good.
favorites, and I have mentioned all of them, or most of them. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on the show, and we'd like
course.
to ask for some advice or words of wisdom for our audience.
Okay. Is there like a
General advice or your words of wisdom? Or you can say hi to somebody if you just want to, or...
hello, Mum. I would say. I mean, this is obvious. I'm not very wise, but I will say that you never ever stop growing. You never stop learning, and you never stop making mistakes, which sucks, but that's life, and you're a human being.
Fantastic. Thank you. You hit it straight on.
Of course.
And we just need you to record an intro, and that's it.
Okay.
Hope you,
Get to hear where you're lying. Me up with
No,
my
definitely.
guess I'll take it. This is just how we were taught to love. Well, there's a name for boys like you, and yet I feel like get to hear where you're